Simon, it's been a few days since the important 43-18 win at Barrow. You've had a few days to digest it. What are your thoughts on the game?
Oh, big effort, massive effort. 30 minutes with 11s. It's some askies that. Yeah, I thought we scrambled really hard for each other. Showed that resilience and character that we've seen from Halifax in days gone by, and really good. I think that frustrated Barrow. I'd like to think if we were the 13 versus their 11, we'd have played a little bit smarter than they did. But some of that was through their errors were done through our tenacity really, and putting them under pressure. In spite of the lack of numbers. And then the pleasing thing as well was, and they're probably remarkable and outrageous thing is we created overlaps with 11 men as well, which again is testament to their hard work and character and turning up for each other. So yeah, really happy with it. It was a good day. We set off early, avoided the traffic, we had something to eat and whatnot, which were good. Spent a bit of time with each other. Long drive back, but the prep went well and we got what we needed to get in, get out, get the points, and then swiftly turn your attention to the next one, because as good as Monday was, it doesn't mean anything if we don't turn up on Sunday at Dewsbury.
It's always going to be an important win at Barrow where they are in the table as well, but given the circumstances of the game and what it means in the table and how we've come back from difficult circumstances, how important is it in terms of the whole season, or is it just kind of another game? Yeah,
big win. I think you look back at the end of the year, there's blocks of games, or there's a number of individual games where you either you sit back and you're really proud of that performance, that block of games, or you rue them, the ones you should have won. I think Barrow will definitely go down as one of them, and I think speaking to Faz, we discussed the table early on in the year. We said halfway it starts taking shape. We're a little bit beyond halfway because it's so tight, but I think in the next month or so it really will take its shape, and the six will probably split from the rest. And all being well, we continue on the right path, keep performing well, and the results follow it, and become part of the ones that have got something to lose as opposed to the ones that have got something to chase.
The amount of interviews that we've done where you've mentioned the character of the side, even though we've lost, how pleasing is it it's starting to bear fruit in kind of the business end of the season?
Well, we're not quite at the business end yet. We've obviously lost a couple of bodies for the foreseeable, unfortunately, but it just creates opportunity as well, because we've got a good squad. And a lot of blokes have been really disappointed not to play, which have made for some interesting conversations at times. But I like to think I'm pretty honest with lads. They know where they stand, and the blokes that come in this week will be coming in. They will have to do a job if they want to keep that shirt. There'll be some blokes resting, niggles, but we'll call them rests, who will be playing against York because their form's been that good. They won't be missing. So these blokes have to come in and give us a performance that means I have to find a way to fit them in, which is a really good position to be in. So yeah, we're a strong squad. They're a tight knit bunch, and I think that sort of affirmed it for them at the weekend as well. How they turned up for each other, and they're the things you look back on at the end of it all, and you're really pleased with. Even further along, as a retired player now, where you look back and it's not necessarily the wins or the losses. Sometimes it's the feeling that those moments that are the really big ones, and I do think that's something all them lads will remember.
On to this Sunday, a slightly closer away trip at Dewsbury. How important is it to back up such an important win against a side like Dewsbury? Although they're struggling in the table, they're coached by a very good friend of yours. Yeah,
that'll be a bit odd. Obviously, Finney sat next to me, a few weeks ago, and now sat opposite. Be a tough game. Dewsbury are not travelling very well. They've got a lot of hurdles throughout the year between injuries, obviously Greeny leaving, Finney coming in now and trying to implement his way, which I do think he'll improve them. I think it'll take a little bit of time because nothing really happens overnight. I think he's got a very different outlook on how the game should be played to what Lee did. So yeah, that'll take some time, and hopefully it's quite a while yet, at least past this weekend. But I'm glad Finney's gone and took the opportunity, and I know he's enjoying it, as tough as it may be at the minute for him. But yeah, hopefully didn't get to enjoy this weekend. And as I said before, the Barrow, we can talk about that as much as you like, but it doesn't really mean anything if we don't turn out this week. So we just shift all the eggs into this basket and get on with this one.
Brought Nathan Mason in from Huddersfield on Joe Reds this week. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, that's been coming anyway, despite Titus and Greg coming out of the squad there. We've got a number of lads that have played every game. In the coming weeks, I'd like to freshen a few of them up. It's not possible with all of them, but the opportunity to use the dual reg, with quality players like Natty there, we'd be silly not to. And Natty will come in and do a really good job for us. We saw him against Lee in a really tough game. He wasn't really fit at the time. He'd not played much rugby. He's had quite a bit more under his belt, and I think he'll be really good for us this weekend.